Oh, who doesn't love an AK? They're classic, timeless, reliable, gorgeous, gorgeous rifles. But you know, with the Biden ammo ban, what's an American AK enthusiast going to do? Maybe they want something a little bit more domestic? Something like this? Oh yeah. Zastava M90. Let's talk about her. Hello everyone, my name is Eric. I'm a gamer who loves guns, firearms, collecting, and shooting sports. And in today's video, we're talking about AKs. Specifically, AK alternatives to something like this guy, which is a PSA GF3R. It's essentially a Palmetto Armory built Romanian parts kit gun. So PSA barrel, PSA trigger, PSA muzzle device, but the rest of it's essentially Romanian parts kit. Now, I got this for further review and testing. It's interesting. I generally like PSA guns. I've had a lot of their ARs, and I've heard both good and bad things with their AKs. Figured I'd try it out for myself, but this is our stand-in for your average AKM right here. Even though many of the AK purists is probably laughing at me for just doing that. Mainly because the Biden ammo ban. So, while I have absolutely no delusions that 7.62 or 39 will be hard to find or will be going away, the loss of things like tool ammo and Wolf, as well as just the Russian supply chain, anything made there can't ever be sold in the States after a little while here. I think that a lot of people who are still interested in AKs, maybe not for their historical or their collector value, but maybe more so for their pure utilitarianism, the pure reliability, or they're just fans of the platform, might want to look into a AK that is chambered in a domestic caliber, like 5.56. So, I went on a little bit of a exploration. I bought two different 5.56 AKs. I have my glove on because I was just shooting, and so the front end of these guns is still pretty hot. They are clear, but the barrel has a loaded mag in it, but the gun is clear. This gun is totally empty. So this is the first one we're talking about. This is the Zastava M90. Now this is one of their newest import for the U.S. civilian market guns, and I quite like it. This is my first day out shooting it here, but I did when I got it, first thing I did was strip off all of the plastic furniture. We put on some dark maple stuff and a cheese grater. And I did keep the Magpul grip, just didn't bother me, so I left it on there. I like this gun. It has an 18-inch barrel. The rivets are good. It's just much like the Z-Pap, which is actually back there. This has the 1.5mm thick receiver and the bulged RPK style trunnion on here. And so for a Yugo pattern 5.56 AK, I do quite like this gun. Now, that being said, as we'll see in our first shot footage, we actually ran into some issues with it when we were first trying to shoot it. This is the Zastava polymer magazines. I apologize for the lighting. I know it's terrible. I only have time to really come out and shoot and record in the mornings these days, and so hopefully I can fix it in post. But yeah, here we go. Yeah, the sight isn't zeroed at all. We're trying out this Texas Weapon System dogleg. So it's a rail dust cover that replaces the rear sight. Okay, that one just barely came out of the fucking gun. Hold on. Okay, that one barely fed. Interesting. Had a failure. Failure to feed. We're on the polymer Zastava magazine that came with the gun. Okay. One thing I'm noticing here, looking at this gas block, let's try and get this to focus here. Come on. Okay, let me try it this way then. Trying to get it focused. So it looks like this gas ring might have actually slipped this little retaining spring on here because we're slightly off now. Try to get that on recording. Okay, and that fell into the action. So in trying to get that clear, the round is now stuck under the fire control group, or really on top of the fire control group and under the bolt there. I'm trying to get it out here. Got it out. Yeah, and that round is mangled up. That was not a fun experience for it. Okay, so my theory is that this gas ring coming out was a problem for the lack of feeding. Let me try and get that sorted here. I've done a lot of modding to the gun. Like I said, the dog leg, the wood furniture, the cheese grater. Sorry, I'm a little tired. I usually stay up all night and then just go to the range in the morning and sleep later. My sleep schedule is fucked. Alright, so now we're on one of these steel M80 magazines. Let's see how this one does. Well, I really like how the gun feels. It's way softer shooting than my other... Uh-oh. Okay, we skipped around. We failed to feed, but it closed. It's short stroking. Okay, once again. Once again here it slipped. We'll try and get this to focus in here. Once again it slipped. You can tell it's slightly off of that ring. I think this is probably the crux of most of our issues. Yep, and that was an empty shell. Primer looks good. Weapon discharge went down ranged. But while shooting this adjustable gas block, it's spinning itself. I think this leaf spring might be a little bit weak on mine. I'm going to try to bend it. Okay, so I went ahead and really tried to bend down this retaining spring. You know, I don't want to instantly go and put the blame on Zastava because I did modify the rifle. And one of the modifications I made is I put on this cheese grater, and so I did remove the gas tube, and I was torquing on the gas tube a little bit in a vise to spin this around, spin this on. So it's possible I might have grabbed up near this top part and maybe messed up the spring. So I don't know instantly if this is something that I did or that came from the factory. Like I said, I mod my guns often before I shoot them just because I buy all my parts and I want to throw them on there. Kind of a flaw of my personal collecting and shooting style. But anyways, here we go. Same magazine, so we might run out of rounds. We're still on guessing too. Let's just see how we do here. So far hasn't slipped. I'm sending these casings about 30 feet away. Still haven't slipped, so hopefully just bedding that spring down is going to resolve this issue. I really hope so, because I really like this rifle otherwise. Okay, some funkiness in the trigger right now. Let me just win it low and slow here. Okay, we're out. That was not a malfunction. When I said that we had funkiness in the trigger, I kind of meant it though. So, essentially, it didn't reset until I went all the way forward, and then pulled again. So it didn't reset its usual reset point. I think I'm going to once again take this apart, look in there, make sure there's nothing I can find immediately in there. Now, I do not want to just place the blame at the foot of Zastava for that, because like I said, I modified this rifle before I went out and shot it. It's just sort of something I do when I have all my parts together. I sort of sit out and build a little bit, and I think I need to adjust this cheese grater. It's kind of, I think it twisted a bit on me while we were shooting. So I could have messed up this leaf spring, but now the gun's zero. I've done some more shooting off camera, and this gas block has not moved at all. So I think the leaf spring did fix the issue. Like I said, I don't want to just instantly throw the blame on Zastava for that one. I do believe that it was probably me torquing on the gas tube, trying to get this cheese grater on there, and I might have just bent that a little bit. But either way, haven't had any issues since. The second gun I'm taking a look at is this guy. This is the FB Radom Mini Beryl. Now this little guy I like quite a lot. It's much lighter than the M90. Has about I think it's a 9-inch barrel. This is technically a fake booster. I don't think the ATF will allow the real booster design in, so the barrel continues under this for a little bit of a distance. But reliability has been an issue. We did get some slightly erratic ejection in our first couple mags, and we also outran the trigger once. But speaking on the trigger is actually really nice. I really like this thing. It's very crisp. The receiver is XY marked, which a lot of AK guys like to see. And overall, the fit and finish on this mini barrel is incredible. Now, I did replace the Picatinny rail that comes on top here with this Adaro Arms mount, and unfortunately, it came loose on me. So right now, not sure if you can see that, but it's got quite a bit of play into the mount. We did get it roughly zeroed, like I can hit my steel plate at 50 yards with every shot right now. But I'll need to take that back home and re-torque down those set screws. I was a little bit worried about the actual ability to hold zero of this mount. I don't think, I'm not going to put the blame on Adaro Arms. I could have screwed up. So go check the application of Loctite. We'll check how deep those were in there. Could very easily be a me issue. I am by no means infallible. Okay, now we got our second 5.56 AK of the day. This is the FB Radom Mini Beryl in 223 5.56. So like I said, I don't really do a lot of my guns unmodded before I shoot them. Sometimes I do, most sometimes I don't. So we've replaced the factory, sort of Picatinny rail with a Adaro Arms mount, which replaces that rear sight area. Does actually give you a new rear sight at a battle zero. And this is a footprint for an endpoint T2. We actually have a Holosun on here. Just trying out some of the Holosun optics so I can actually know what I'm talking about and recommend them to people. This is the 503 CU Circle Dot. But yeah, first shots ever. Let's see what we do here. Tell you one thing, I gotta turn up my brightness on this dot. Alright. Recoil impulses are actually a little bit sharper than the Zastava, but not really more, just sharper. Probably because of weight. This is a much smaller, thinner, overall less chunky gun. I like these magazines. I really like the look of this gun. The Beryl magazines are essentially redesigned AK-74 mags, so they keep a lot of that AK-74 angle and style, despite it being 5.56. I know they come in this clear, but I might actually paint some of mine black because honestly I kind of prefer that to an all clear magazine. Whew. Trigger is really nice. I'm liking the extended magazine release. Okay. So I'm not sure you guys just saw that. That just adjusted around on me. I was pretty sure I ran that trigger all the way down. Let me put this gun on safe here. Where did that round go? Okay. Not seeing a primer hit, so maybe I didn't. But I'm pretty sure I ran that trigger all the way down. Maybe I outran the trigger. I do like that trigger though. That round just barely ejected. Yeah, ejection's a little bit erratic. Handguard's getting hot. But so far, aside from that one weirdness, 2 rounds, 3 rounds actually. There we go. Okay. So that's not one little bit of weirdness, here it goes. I actually really dislike these triangle folding socks from SP Tactical. They look cool. They are not very functional. They just really bend on you. But yeah, those are the first shots. First 2 magazines ever out of the FP Radom Mini Beryl. I don't have more mags for it, and unfortunately the magazines for the M90 don't fit in here. But weirdly enough, these mags fit in the M90. But yeah, so with firing both those 5.56 AKs, the recoil impulse on a 5.56 AK is obviously a lot lighter than on the 7.62. And especially now with the fact that ammo cheapness is going to be essentially going down across the board. Because Wolf also made 2.23 and 5.56, and same with Tula. So it's not quite like this round is going to be less expensive than 7.62 now. I think in general those ammo prices are all going to rise. But if you wanted a 5.56 AK, these 2 guns so far, they're built well. They've got good fit and finish. I really actually do like this guy. If you don't mind a heavier rifle, this is substantially heavier than the AKM because of its thicker trunnion, thicker barrel. If you actually go and we compare the gas blocks and the front sight posts, you can see everywhere the Zastava is thicker than the AKM, and that is definitely represented in the weight, and the extra 2 inches of the barrel don't help that either. But that weight, and especially with the adjustable gas block, once I got that fixed, leads to a really pleasant shooting experience. This thing is a kitten to shoot, and I've been really impressed with it. Less so impressed with the polymer magazine. This guy, I got a failure to feed off of it, which still could have been the gas block. But I've read some bad reviews on the polymer magazine anyways, so I recommend changing out and going to the M80 steel magazines, or even the Beryl magazines. The Beryl magazines that this gun uses will actually go and lock in to our Zastava here. Now, it looks like it's not fully locked in. I'm not sure if you're making it out, but the lever there isn't actually fully resetting. But I can't just yank this out, and this gun will feed and will shoot this. So that's actually a pretty big win. The same can't be said in reverse, though. The mini barrel will absolutely not take Zastava magazines. It's just, there's no way in hell. The back end's way too fat. Yeah, I'm putting a lot of force in there. There's no way that that's going to seat in there. But, so that's the overview of the two guns that I bought. Overall, while I do really like the mini barrel, I don't like that I had to get this adapter to put a brace on here. I really don't like this triangle floating brace. It's kind of bad. I think 5.56 AKs are a great option. I really think if that's what the direction you want to go, I'm not saying you have to. I'm not saying if you have a 7.62 or a 5.45 AK that you should sell this guy and go out and buy a 5.56 AK, because you will definitely be able to find ammo for this gun. There are plenty of places all around the world that make it, especially if you're 7.62. Like if you're 5.45, it's a little bit weirder, and if you're 9x39, good luck. That one might be rough, but I really do think that the rest of these guns, yes, ammo will cost more, but it's going to cost more across the board. But yeah, so that was the overview of these two new 5.56 AKs I got. I'm going to be doing more shooting of them. I'm sorry for not putting out a video. I know this is a very surface level video, but I've been really busy, so I'm still on my weight loss journey. I'm actually down around 76 pounds now. I am going back to school, trying to get a computer science actual degree instead of just working in the field and just banking up my work experience. So I've been super busy, but I'm still collecting guns. I have so many more guns to show you guys and to talk about. And so I know this was kind of more of a really surface level, really broad video. But I still hope you guys enjoyed, and just enjoy the rest of the shooting footage. Thanks, and goodbye. I am bad with AKs. I need a haircut. I think I got it. Let's find out. Yep, very stiff magazines though. Oh, this came loose. Oh. This thing is heavy. I'm getting an arm workout just holding it up and offhand. Yeah, I mean, I'm missing, but also this thing is definitely getting wiggly here. Look at that. Out of our arms. Maybe I just screwed up the install. I'll have to do some more testing to find out for sure.
You're a monster.
Randos do suck, yeah. Randy Rando.
Fuck randos.
Only if they consent, Andrew. Otherwise, it's how you go to jail.
I'll take my chances.
There's only more randos in jail.
Hey!
I'm going to hell.
I can see the truth. No, you don't have to lie.